Hello everyone who's watching this video and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do pulls and stylings for the dance of Chimes Lightchase. This time I'm actually more excited for the accessories from both sets, but I am curious about the dresses as well. But of course, before we talk in more detail about the new update, as usual, I would love to introduce you to my outfit of the day. From time to time, it just happens. I suddenly feel the urge to style something very specific, and this time my victim was this flowery dress from the permanent banner. I wanted to use a classic combination of white, pink, and blue, which ended up setting the whole mood for the styling. And since I got this fur coat from Alpine Honor, I simply cannot stop using it, but eventually I will get bored of it, just like I did with the older fashion coat sleeves. Under the dress, she's wearing glittery tights and once again, the flowery heels from the permanent banner. I decided to focus on the bonnet because it makes her look like a magical doll. The hair is from an older free set and I really like the one-sided bangs, so I placed a tiny flower on them to match the theme. For accessories, she has the necklace from Snow Envelope, barely visible pearl earrings, delicate gloves, the frame, and the bunnies in teacups. The makeup is a bit extra, glittery pink and blue eyeshadow, white eyeliner, Gojo lenses, glossy lipstick, a slightly goofy facial paint, and the eyebrows from the current fashion code. Let me tell you, we barely have any light-colored eyebrows in this game, and even though this pair has some blue glitter, I don't mind it at all because they work really well with blonde hair. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of this outfit. I just feel like it could have been better, you know? Still, I'm really happy that I used one of the many forgotten dresses from my wardrobe. But enough of that, we have a lot of things happening in the game and I would love to talk about them. From the new events, we have Shopping Master, where we run our shops selling specific types of products. The trick is to always use products that are unavailable in other shops because that helps leveling up your business and getting rewards much faster. The price for this event is the 5-star set Seaside Islet, which is honestly a masterpiece. It has a separate top and bottom, a fantastic hairstyle, a stylish bag, and other casual accessories. I absolutely love the main pieces, so getting this set will be a real treat. Next, we have the Youth Puzzle event, where we flip cards to reveal complete images. The reward is the 4-star set Sunlit School. It has a wonderful casual jacket and separate top and bottom pieces. Although I'm not the biggest fan of this extra detail on the top, but it's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure the lock container event confused a lot of players because it's a bit different from what we usually get. Every day we receive 3 letters and we have to trade the single Omni lock for the letter we're missing so that all of them form a word, giving us 100 points daily. The trading can be done at home, not necessarily your home. The summer figure stands in front of players' houses, and you can check the chat or ask people on your server if they have the letter you're missing and trade your Omni lock for it. By completing the words, we get various rewards, with the main one being the Swaying Blossom hair accessory. The avatar we receive for 500 points is also really cute. To celebrate the Lantern Festival, we can get various limited recipes at home by interacting with the Big Ear Bunny. I'm always happy to expand my cooking book, so I love getting rewards like this. Then we have the Breezy Greeting event with a special guest on Beach Square who can give us a lot of new and returning recipes and furniture. A new version also means new encore sets. And finally, I have something to do. I actually stopped playing when this cute set was originally available for free, so now I can work on getting it. If you ever hesitate about spending diamonds to craft sets from this section, my honest advice is not to overthink it. Of course, it's more exciting to spend diamonds on a limited banner, but here you know exactly what you're getting. There's no gambling involved, so the investment can be considered safe and smart. The spend any amount reward this time is the handheld Misty Veil. And of course, there's a new background in the store along with a new nail pack featuring sharp tiger-themed claws. We also get 6 returning backgrounds. The only one I personally dislike from this selection is the World of Cupid. I feel like it's just poorly done, but that's just my personal preference. And finally, let's take a look at the current double 5-star Lightchase, Dance of Chimes. I have a feeling I'm gonna fall in love with almost everything here, even though my first impression was that the dresses might not be the most unique. And speaking of being in love, the first set, Glade Divinity, is just absolutely breathtaking. The hair looks ethereal, and the more I look at the dress, the more I appreciate how beautifully it wraps around the body, almost looking like a marble statue. The back piece is interesting, although I'm not sure I'll actually use it. The coat is simple, but that's exactly why I want it. I desperately need the crossbody flowers. The necklace is lovely. The gloves or bracelets are really elegant. The flowery hat is great. The jewelry tights are perfect. And oh, the shoes. I'm honestly shocked we even got shoes with this set. But wow, they are fantastic. I just love how gentle and magical this set feels. And staying on the topic of magic, the second set, Bunny Ballet, is simply hypnotizing to me because I absolutely adore theatrical and clown-like aesthetics. The hair, oh my gosh, I need it. It might be the cutest short hairstyle ever. The dress, though, it's cute, but I'm still thinking about it. The same I can say about the sleeves. I just have to look at them more closely before forming a final opinion. However, I'm already sold on the marionette controlling floating item. The hat is also a must-have, the collar too, and the mask as well. The gloves are adorable, the socks are lovely, and the shoes are sweet considering the little bunny heels we can't really see from this preview image. I really want most of the accessories from this set, so getting them today will be a real treat. Now moving on to the 4-star set, Heartlink Gallery. The top looks nice. The skirt though feels a little over-designed, but I'll judge it later. The hat is cute, not really my style, but it's fun to step outside of the comfort zone. The asymmetrical earrings are cool, the tattoo is whatever, the socks are boring, and the boots are okay. Overall, it's a decent 4-star set, thanks to the main pieces. From the 6-star limited items, we have a seashell hair accessory, which is kind of cool, a new crossbody item, and some badass leather gloves. Not bad at all. I'm pretty sure each of these pieces could find a good use. Moving on to the limited 5-star items, there is a pair of winter gloves, a simple butterfly necklace, a really fascinating face accessory, and a lovely hairpiece. One non-limited item that I don't have yet is a simple anklet. For the makeup, we are getting spoiled with 3 different pairs of lenses, although 2 of them look a bit similar. There's also a nice facial paint with great repositioning potential, a cute lipstick, and a nature-themed facial paint. And the star of this Lightchase is Roy with his Core of Ruins SR card, with the main tag being sexy. I cannot wait any longer, so right away, let's begin with the first temple of the day and see what we get. And right away, we start with the hat from the 4-star. And the lenses, great. The earrings, okay. Oh my goodness, the color of the bunny set. I love it so much. There's so much potential for so many outfits. I'm excited. And the non-limited anklet. Okay. Wonderful start for me. Pull number 20. I'm sure I'm not gonna be disappointed. Oh, and the crossbody flowers. Okay. The socks of the 4-star and the tattoo, and that's it. Okay, good. Pull 30. And we get the handheld. Wonderful. And the top. And the gloves. And the skirt for the 4-star. What? Pull 30? And we are locked into the bunny set. That is really lucky, I think. Is it? Was it? Yeah, it was 30. That's crazy. Wow. I think I never got the dress that fast. Crazy. Okay. That's a fantastic pulling session so far. Pull 40. I just. Wow. I have no words. The shoes for the set. In this way, we complete the 4-star set on pull 40. And the random hair accessory and the hair for the bunny. So lovely. And Roy kind of dropped late. Or no, I don't know. The lenses, another pair. And the floating item for the bunny. So exciting. I can't even tell you. Pull 50. And we get the mask, the hat, and that's it. Really, really good anyway. Pull 60 brings us the gloves and the socks and the lenses, the last pair of lenses. Like, wow, they dropped really fast. And the shoes, and that's all. That's so generous. I don't even know what to say, but we finish the 5-star set quite normally. Pull 70, we got the sleeves and complete the bunny ballad. It's adorable. It's just so aesthetically pleasing to look at for me. I don't know. I really love this aesthetic. So cute. So cute. And the first 6-star. Okay, the crossbody. Okay. So, now we start pulling for the Glade Divinity. Was pull 80. And we get the shoes. Okay, good. The facial paint. The bracelets or gloves. I'm not sure. The hair. Oh my. So beautiful. Hey, like, kind of weird, by the way. 3 items from the set without the dress. The drop rates are crazy today for me. Okay, pull 90. I hope I'm not gonna jinx it. The necklace. Okay. The balance exists in the universe. Okay, the lipstick. And that's... Oh. Well, Roy took the spot. Yikes. Okay, 110. I shouldn't be greedy. I'm grateful for what I have. Nature-themed facial paint. And the dress. It's really good. I mean, the bottom of the skirt is kind of, not really unique, but the top and this part of the skirt is really, really good. And we get the sleeves. And that's all. Really, really, really good. 120. The hat. Oh, so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. And that's all we got. Well, hopefully, we complete everything on pull 130. We get random item, and we get the socks, and we get the back piece. Okay. This way, we completed the second set on 130. Perfect. Such a beauty, such a goddess. Wow. So this way we are done pulling for both sets, and it took us 130 to complete both of them, which is fantastic. And I'm really excited to get into pulling for dupes, and I'm gonna get back to you when I'm already in the Decom store. I forgot to check if I got the limited items, and I actually got everything from this gacha on 160, which is okay. And with 280 pulls, I managed to get over 1,000 of coins. So let's quickly spend them on the items we have in the shop. First is the hairstyle with 2 thick braids and the cutest bangs. Instantly getting it because it's adorable. Then we have the dress. It's gorgeous. I have to mention, I kind of didn't care about it seeing the promo pictures, but in the game, it looks just breathtaking. Of course, this snowflakes effect kind of ruins it, but I can live with that. And then there's a shower from autumn leaves, which is actually pretty good. Let's quickly grab all the extensions, and I think that's all I will be getting because the dynamic pose is cool, but I think I have so many similar ones. And the static pose is lovely, but is it lovely enough to continue pulling? I don't think so. So I believe we are done here, and let's meet again in the wardrobe to take a look at everything we got. Now we are back home, and let's take a look at everything we got today, beginning with the first 5-star set, Glade Divinity. It's inspired by ancient Greece and forest nymphs, and I think they did a great job capturing that ethereal, otherworldly beauty of a forest goddess. But let's go through all the pieces one by one, starting with the hair. This hairstyle literally has a life of its own, kind of looking like Medusa's snakes. But here it represents the independent vines of nature that grow however they desire. I adore the radioactive mossy color and how the flowing strands look like they could attack you any moment. But that chaos is balanced out by other details in the hairstyle. For example, the adorable wispy bangs that naturally transition into longer strands with braids. The design in the back, where the braided section looks like a large leaf. And the smoother hair underneath that gradually becomes wilder and crazier, kinda gaining a sense of independence. It's a fantastic hairstyle for fantasy-themed outfits. The butterflies only appear with the hair accessory, but I'll show that later. The dress is Greek-inspired with a one-shoulder design and layers of wet-looking fabric. I really love how elegantly it hugs the body with its grapevines and golden branches, along with various flowers and leaves. The layers of fluid flowing fabric remind me of the first drops of dew on leaves in the morning. But you know, no matter how I look at this dress, no matter how I style it, I just don't feel anything at all. It's beautiful, but not for me, I guess. To me, it kind of lacks complexity, and the issue is that it works best with really pale colors, so I end up feeling a bit restrained. Which is funny, because this whole set is about freedom, yet somehow I feel limited. I guess it just didn't manage to capture my heart at all. That doesn't mean it's bad, it just means that we are not meant to be. The coat is a combination of two draped wraps that naturally fall around both arms. This piece really depends on the pose. It can look a bit awkward when the arms are close to the body, but when you open them up, the fabric drapes much more beautifully. The tights are more like leg jewelry with asymmetrical chains of floral elements with tiny crystals and pearls. I always appreciate tights with unconventional design. The shoes are weightless leg jewelry symmetrically wrapped around both legs, featuring the same floral elements, chains, pearls, and crystals. The hair accessory consists of two golden branch elements decorated with flowers and leaves. And when you pair it with the hairstyle, there's a third section that adds butterflies carrying the hair strands, along with branches and flowers braided into the hair. You can easily hide the first two elements, but you can't have the butterflies on their own. And that kind of pisses me off because I would love to get rid of those leaves and branches. But no, that would be too good, so we need to work with what we have. The necklace is a thick choker made of 3 connected metallic bands with thin chains and strands of beads and medallions beneath it. I love the variety of decorative elements here, especially the beauty of the crystals under the 9th die slot. The bracelets feature symmetrical golden pieces on the wrists and forearms, with an elegant vine and leaf design extending along one arm. This item has 5 die slots, and 4 of them are dedicated to customizing the vine. The back piece is literally a goddess throne. It features ornate floral metalwork with translucent fabric that goes through the wing-shaped backrest, while the seat area is covered in delicate fabric with tassels draped across it. The attention to detail in this piece can't be fully appreciated in the wardrobe. Only in photo mode you can really examine all of its complexity from different angles. The crossbody is a huge wild grapevine decorated with fairy thimbles and lilies, representing gratitude, humility, devotion, renewal, and purity. It dies beautifully and has 14 die slots, with 2 of them controlling the light particles, butterflies, and falling leaves effect. In conclusion, I have to say that Glade Divinity definitely has fantastic nature-themed pieces. But even though this set is supposed to represent freedom, I just don't get that feeling from it, especially not from the dress. But maybe the issue is not the set, maybe it's my own mental blocks or something. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I just hope it does. And now onto another 5-star set, Bunny Ballad. I absolutely adore it, but I'm definitely viewing it through the lens of my own style, so I'm a little biased because I'm a total sucker for marionettes, Lolita fashion, and creepy cute things. But anyway, let's slow down and look at everything piece by piece. The hair is an adorable short hairstyle with curly bangs and 2 ribboned buns in the back. Even though it's clearly inspired by vintage doll hair, it's surprisingly versatile and can work with all kinds of outfits. As I examined the dress, I have to confess it's gorgeous. It looks like a cupcake, layered with endless swirls of delicious cream. The skirt, with all its ruffles, lace, pearls, chains, and bows, is beautifully complicated and kind of reminds me of theater stage curtains. The bunnies scattered around the skirt, especially the ones in the back, with one little guy coquettishly lifting his leg to kiss his companion, they strongly remind me of cherubs from Renaissance and Baroque art. They share that same innocence, sweetness, even a little bit of silliness. I also love how this particular bunny seems to be stepping out of a mirror or some kind of portal from another world. And the corset design with its lacing, ruffles, pearls, and bunny details is incredible. The dress has 24 die slots, which is honestly insane, and I have to say, it's one of the most fun pieces to dye. Usually when there are that many die slots, they don't really feel meaningful, but here you can actually notice the impact of every single change. Oh, I'm starting to glaze this dress a bit too much, but that's okay because I genuinely love it. I fully realize it's a lot, but this kind of a lot works perfectly for my personal taste. The circus-inspired sleeves also deserve a lot of praise. I remember saying in my news video that they were ruined for me because of the bunny-themed lacing, but I have to admit, I judged them too quickly. The lace on the shoulders actually makes them better because it visually ties the sleeves to any dress you choose. I love how they are multi-sectioned with teardrop-shaped ruffles and little ruffle skirts that beautifully connect to the softer, puffy sections decorated with beads, bunny elements, and magical roses. Truly a fantastic piece with incredible customization potential. The tights are asymmetrical socks. One is a striped stocking with cute ruffles and a bow, while the other is a short sock paired with a thin, swirling red ribbon that almost looks like skin stitched together. It's an incredible pair that can be really useful for storytelling. The heels are absolutely adorable. I love the visual asymmetry and the ability to dye each heel separately. They are made of velvet and decorated with elegant beads, with a classic shape that evolves into something more theatrical thanks to the ribbons, ruffled fabric, and roses. The front design also features lace rosettes and cameo-like details with rabbits looking at each other. And the heels, being tiny bunny figures, are so ridiculously cute. It's so freaking adorable. I think adorable is going to be the word I say the most in this video. The hat looks like a cute bonnet from the front, but from the back you can clearly see its heart-shaped base covered in bunny-themed lace and beads. It features long ribbons, huge rabbit ears, and large bunny silhouette that's kinda sealed in with crisscrossing lace. The hair accessory is a rabbit mask with a floral crown made of lace and beads, with solid ears formed from beads on what looks like a metallic wire. I'm a bit sad that we can't use the mask on its own and that it's attached to the ears, but it's still beautiful and works perfectly fine as a face mask when repositioned. The necklace is inspired by a rough collar from the 16th and 17th centuries, layered with beads and bunny elements. It's an insanely good piece for really creative outfits. The bracelets are symmetrical, fluffy cuffs with lace and long ribbons. A great piece that's gonna work just fine with any simple gloves. The handheld features two magically controlled rabbit puppets. What makes it special to me is how the doll holds it. Her fingers are slightly curled and arched, as if she's actively controlling the marionettes. It's such a small but incredibly charming detail. Her fingers are placed the same way when she's wearing the dress from the set, which is also really cool. And the back piece is a marionette control frame made of wooden bars, decorated with ribbons, beads, and strings connected to the doll's arms and legs. It's a great piece, but it really depends on the pose. Without the specific floating posture from the set, it can look a bit underwhelming, but on its own, it's still a strong item. You know, it's actually kind of funny how a set about an imprisoned puppet makes me feel so free and authentically myself. Her strings don't hold me back, but instead, they kind of lift me up, giving me the creative freedom to do whatever I want with these pieces. I'm kind of speaking from the future now because I've already done all the stylings, and trust me, this bunny set had me going crazy with outfits, but we'll get to that later. Now let's move on to the 4-star set, Heartlink Gallery, which combines streetwear with cute details. We have items like the bunny-shaped cape with edgy accents and heart earrings that are bold due to their asymmetry. The turtleneck top is fantastic, and whenever we get a top that doesn't expose the stomach, I'm happy, seriously. I love the heart-shaped cutout, and the ribbons on the sleeves are kinda cute. But there are also tiny lights floating around the arms, which can be a little distracting. But thankfully, they are not too overwhelming. But what bothers me more is the pulsating heart effect on the skirt. That animation feels like a bit too much. Still, the overall design is quite charming with slightly worn denim fabric, leather belts, and heart-shaped chains. I just wish the text printed on the skirt actually made sense, but it's not a big deal. The doodle tattoo is whatever, and the socks also have this edgy aesthetic, so I'm not too interested in them. The boots, however, are great, although the Vanna text still annoys me a little bit. But overall, this is a great 4-star with several versatile pieces that can easily work in everyday casual outfits. Now to the rest of the items we got today, starting with the Decom pieces. First is the lunar plume hairstyle featuring two thick flowing braids, tiny split bangs that naturally transition into longer strands along the sides of the face, and delicate feathers placed behind the ears that kind of look like wings. It has two dye slots. The first controls most of the hair, while the second colors the edges of the bangs, the feathers, several strands within the braids, and the tips of the braids themselves. I ended up loving this hairstyle much more than I expected. Next is the revolving light dress decorated with beautiful damask pattern. It has crystal straps and a detailed top with filigree ornaments and corset-style lacing on the back. The skirt is multi-layered with adorable shorts underneath, and the waist is decorated with delicate ribbon, beads, and small flower. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the falling snowflakes effect, but no matter what, this ballerina style dress is gorgeous. It works very well with the bunny ballet accessories, and with 10 die slots, it offers a lot of creative freedom. The last Decom piece is the Autumn Leaf Dance floating item. It comes with 4 die slots, which makes it slightly more interesting than it is. Moving on to the limited 6-star pieces. First, we have the Seashell Lullaby hair accessory, which is literally a seashell decorated with beads, crystals, and a silver frame that looks like Celtic knotwork. I love how shimmery the shell is, and with all the adjustment options, it becomes quite a versatile accessory. Next is the Kinetic Capsule Crossbody Bag, featuring a long leather strap, thick chain, wooden button, and autumn leaf pattern. I am not sure how often I'll personally use it, but it's actually pretty cute. The final 6-star item is the Void Fang gloves. These are leather biker-style gloves with open fingers and a large cutout on the back of the hand, decorated with differently shaped clamps and spikes. It's a very different style from what we usually get, so I definitely appreciate the variety. From the limited 5-star items, we start with the Misty Dawn gloves, decorated with floral ornamentation and yellow gemstones. They are a nice pair of gloves that could work well under sleeves for warm casual outfits. Next is the Motionless Wings necklace, a casual choker with thin threads connected at the center by a butterfly. Then we have the Crystal Vision face accessory, which is actually quite a strong item thanks to its flexibility and all the adjustment possibilities. The last Lightchase accessory is the star-packed hairpiece, a tiny decoration made of beads and star-shaped elements with a small bow and ribbon that kinda looks like a mustache. These sweet circle heels are the reward for evolving Roy's card. I absolutely despise this shiny material, but I have to admit, they are incredibly cute thanks to the beads and the lacing with bows. Now to the makeup, we have 3 pairs of lenses. The first features wains, flowers, and butterflies. The second has a fox. And the third honestly looks like a field of marshmallow flowers. It's a bit hard to tell even with zooming in. Next is the Wind Sprite facial paint, which is a really nice piece with great repositioning potential. Then there's the Crimson Bloom lipstick, which kinda gives my doll a smiling expression. It comes in 4 shades of pink and purple, with a beautiful gradient at the center. And the last makeup item is another nature-themed facial paint. And finally, here's Roy and his Core of Ruins card in its default version. And this is the evolved version, which is honestly breathtaking to me. It's mesmerizing both visually and audibly, so I immediately leveled it up and showcased on my profile. And before we move on, I want to share with you a short moment of the soothing sound of this card. So that's basically everything we got from the Dance of Chimes Lightchase. Quite a lot of exciting items, and I just cannot wait any longer to share with you the stylings I created with them. And here's the first outfit for the Glade Divinity dress. I started this styling knowing that I want to create a graceful antelope spirit who protects her forest from anyone who steps into it with bad intentions. Since the theme revolves around nature, I colored the dress in different shades of green, combining the original green tone with other shades of green and pink, adding a bit of gold for the vines. She is wearing the Glade Divinity leg jewelry that got blocked by the invincible moon hooves, but that's perfectly fine with me. The hooves are far more important for bringing the Antelope concept to life. Of course, I also added the Glade Divinity bracelets and necklace because they simply fit too well to ignore them. I also felt that the crossbody item from the Angel 6-star, this long silky fabric draped over one shoulder, was the perfect finishing touch. The bow works beautifully as well because the Angel set and Glade Divinity set share a very similar aesthetic language. As for the other accessories, there are tiny branch earrings, antelope horns, and the Wittrum Talk flower crown, which sits beautifully on the misty maple hair that, in my opinion, completely belongs to this outfit. The makeup is soft and natural. Sharp eyebrows that are almost hidden behind the bangs, brown lashes, green and pink lenses, glittery eyeshadow in matching tones, a generous amount of blush, and pale lip gloss. What I really love about this styling is that it feels simple and grounded. Even though the concept itself leans into fantasy with the idea of an antelope forest goddess. Even though many pieces are mixed together, the outfit doesn't feel overwhelming to me. It doesn't scream for attention. It softly whispers through the flowing fabrics and delicate, delicious colors. In contrast to the first outfit, the second one feels more melancholic. While working on it, I kept thinking about Lady Justice with her blindfold, scales, and sword. In my mind, the look had to feel calm but kinda restrained, so I chose soft colors, light green paired with different shades of cream white and pale yellow. To follow the Lady Justice inspiration, I used a Greek-inspired hairstyle along with a blindfold. She's wearing the Glade Divinity tights, shoes, and bracelets combined with the Forest Reverence gloves. When I added the new crossbody accessory, it almost looked like the surrounding nature was slowly consuming her. That idea kind of pushed me further into the theme, so I added the matching floral cage, fitting into the idea of being trapped and helpless. Other accessories include the grass for extra greenery and a thorny crown with teardrop crystals, which gives her the appearance of a martyr or a saint. From the makeup, there are only streaming tears and berry-colored lips. On one hand, I like this outfit, but on the other, I feel like it's a bit of a mess, because I was creating it without fully knowing where it would lead. But in the end, she became something like a spirit of the forest who chooses blindness in the face of nature's destruction. She is leaving her once green and blooming sanctuary, now defiled by human insolence. So she walks away in silence, crying, carrying the cage that holds the last breath of nature. And I hope you got your ticket because we are sitting in the front row of a circus performance. I have to confess I had so much fun creating this outfit because it's exactly the kind of aesthetic I enjoy. One of many, of course. So yes, I went for a circus-themed look of a cute circus actress. But because my main doll naturally has sad eyes, the outfit doesn't radiate the typical circus joy and happiness. Instead, it carries a slightly melancholic tone, despite the bright, playful colors. But before diving into the lore, let's talk about the outfit itself. I colored the Bunny Ballad dress in shades of orange, yellow, red, and vanilla. At first, I didn't even realize I was heading toward a clown outfit. My inspiration actually came from the Steam badges from the 2018 Summer Salience sale. Back then, you could craft these adorable little planets that kind of look like fancy scoops of ice cream. So I initially focused on a combination of dark blue, yellow, and orange. But the blue didn't feel quite right with the dress, so I replaced it with red. Then I remembered seeing people create reindeer noses, so I used the twin cherry hair accessory from the Sakura collab banner. From that moment, the idea snowballed into a full clown-inspired outfit. I added these slightly questionable asymmetrical tights. I'm sure there were better options, but they work well enough. And I paired them with the red Sakura collab shoes, which fit the clown theme perfectly. Of course, I also used the bunny ballad sleeves colored in orange, yellow, and red with white pearls and lace details. I really liked how the massive Bloody Mary gloves looked here, but there was too much of empty space on the left hand, so I added yellow bracelets to balance things out. Other accessories include the colorful balloon handheld, a bunny ring, huge circus wheel from the Drop It Down pack, a lovely lace collar, bunny-shaped earrings, a cute headband with apples and ears from the Permanent Fashion Battle shop, and the hair from Guardian Cutie banner. The makeup works really well with the adorable little nose, and I'm honestly really proud of it. I added droopy eyebrows, strange rhyme eyeliner, orange eyeshadow, freckles, dark berry lip gloss, and our new facial paint, which I resized and repositioned so that it looks like a Glasgow smile. I'm sorry. In nature, the most poisonous things are often the most colorful and beautiful. And that's exactly the feeling I get from this cheerful Harley Quinn girl. With the contrast between the bright costume and her distressed expression, she feels like the perfect bait, luring innocent souls into a haunted circus, then spinning the wheel to decide their fate, and trapping them in another realm for eternity. Another outfit for the bunny ballad dress, but this time in different shades of pink and red. I went into the styling with the idea of creating a sweets and pastries princess. To start, I paired the dress with this sheer red coat from the Mermaid Banner 5-star set. And then I started debating which handheld to use. Unfortunately, our food-themed handheld options are a bit limited. We only really have a cupcake, an apple, bubble tea, coffee, and popsicles. None of them felt quite right to me. But I swear, I'm serious. I looked to my left and I have 3 candy canes in the cup on my table that I still have to eat. And that reminded me that I have a candy cane handheld in the game, which I used and colored it red and cream white. The stockings were surprisingly difficult to choose. I don't know why, but lately I've been struggling with that category. In the end, I was drawn to this pair of stockings with adorable bows, which I paired with the winter tea Mary Janes. For accessories, I added red gloves that connect beautifully with the coat, dancing bunny's Wonderbox item, a lace and bow necklace, barely visible heart-shaped earrings, and the curly bob from the same Wonderbox. I also used the fashion coat top hat, decorating it with a tiny lemon hair accessory that I placed on the brim. Since I still wanted to keep the sweet theme, I imagined the lemon as a caramelized grapefruit, which is why I colored it pink. For the makeup, I used this swirled candy blush, pink glittery eyeshadow, pink lenses that give her a bit of a puppy-like expression, white lashes, frosty eyebrows, and pink lipstick decorated with tiny hearts. To me, she feels like a symbol of the Valentine season, surrounded by flowers, sweets, and love in the air. The whole outfit is romantic, sugary, and festive in the best way possible. And while it might look like a lot at first glance, in this case, that sense of too much actually works perfectly for the concept. And here's another styling for the bunny dress. This time, I wanted to focus on the mask as well. When this version of the game was first released for the Chinese players, I loved how other people were styling the mask on the face. So I wanted to try it myself. Before before describing the final outfit, I actually want to show you how it looked before. My original idea was to use emerald green and black, but it honestly started looking really bad to me. At first, I kept convincing myself it was fine since the clock has undyeable black details, and the outfit, therefore, should be dark as well. But in the end, I couldn't go against my own feelings, so I started from scratch. I completely abandoned the dark palette and instead trusted softer shades of pink, blue, lilac, and white for the dress, sleeves, and gloves. I continued the same colors with the precious yearning tights, which I added because they are angelically delicate and feature tiny bunny details. The shoes are, of course, from the Snow Envelope set. To complete the look, I added the clock handheld, a pink collar, and the massive bonnet from the Puppet 6-star, pairing it with the 5-star hair from the Fox banner. And of course, I used the mask for the face of my doll. Under the mask, I placed a pair of green glasses. Originally, I wanted to position them on the rabbit's nose, but unfortunately that didn't work because the glasses are undyeable. When placed behind the mask, however, they fill the empty space between the mask, and to me, they almost look like mechanical eyes with lashes on the sides. She feels like someone who would appear to me in a dream and confuse me with riddles that make no sense at first. But later, when the time is right, everything would suddenly become clear and obvious. And here's another outfit for the Bunny Ballad set. As you can see, I'm just on a roll. This time, I used the sleeves, necklace, hair, and bracelets, which is quite a lot of pieces from one set. Normally, I try to avoid stacking too many items from the same set together, but I was really curious to see how the sleeves would work with other dresses. And I think they pair beautifully with this fashion coat dress with thorny roses. I colored everything in burgundy with different shades of beige because I wanted the whole look to feel slightly melancholic and a little desaturated. I added the tights from the Luminous Dawn's 4-star set since they match the sleeves nicely, and the elegant shoes from the Dewy Frosting fashion coat. She's wearing a simple pair of gloves to connect with the bracelets, along with a gorgeous collar, matching pearl earrings, and the strange rhyme hat. I really love how the bunny ears sit on the curls of the Bunny Ballad hair. For the makeup, I once again used the new facial paint, giving my doll a Glasgow smile, I'm sorry, which is why I chose the bandaged baby handheld. So yes, these two details are deeply connected through the lore in my mind. Apart from that, there's plenty of pink blush, rosy lenses, soft pink eyeshadow, sad-looking eyeliner, and bow-shaped lips. I love how this outfit feels simple, cute, and slightly creepy. If I were to take away the handheld and the lip design, an angel would lose its wings. And I think this is a great example of how powerful the right accessories and makeup can be. Wow, who would have guessed that it's gonna be another styling for the Bunny Ballad set, but this time focusing on the sleeves combined with the Dewy Frosting dress. Because the dress has undyeable blue buttons, I decided that the whole outfit gonna be blue. I genuinely had a lot of fun coloring the dress and the sleeves in blue, black, and white. Of course, I couldn't miss out on the opportunity to include my beloved Mind travel boots. The tights were a bit of a last-minute choice. I was scrolling through the entire list and I hated everything. But this pair more or less fits the details of the outfit, so it's not too bad. Other accessories include the gloves, the shroomy parasol, the necklace, gorgeous pearl earrings, the hair you see in every video, tiny white bows, and the hat from Snow Envelope, which really fits the hairstyle. But just when I thought I was done, something was still missing. My heart just couldn't find peace. But as soon as I placed this gorgeous bow from the puppet Lightchase, I found the final piece of the puzzle. I want to take a moment to enjoy how beautifully complicated the back view is. These gorgeous sleeves and the opulent tail immediately make this look 10 times better. I feel the concentration of blue and black might be a bit too much, making the white handheld look a bit out of place. But I kind of like it this way. The makeup is also something I'm quite proud of. It was done after adding the dress and the sleeves, and it survived all the changes because I was that confident in her pale blue lips, glittery eyeshadow, pale eyebrows, Gojo lenses, white lashes, and tiny moles. Honestly, with this outfit, I feel like I used the same style over and over and over again to share with you. But I don't know, it's a part of me and my soul. That is just where I feel most comfortable and most like myself, so I shouldn't be and won't be ashamed. And finally, the last styling of the day for the 4-star top. I matched it with a craftable skirt in burgundy and brown and added a craftable brown jacket. I'm begging you to pretend there is nothing on the back, okay? Because it ruins the fit. I also chose warm tights that match the fur of the jacket, massive leather boots, and the free bag that we recently got. Then I added brown gloves, a high ponytail with braids, and the new asymmetrical earrings. For the makeup, I kept it as simple as possible. Nude lips, brown eyes, brown eyeshadow, simple eyebrows, animal lashes, and 2 moles. You know, as a child, I absolutely hated turtlenecks. For reasons I can't explain, they never felt right on me. But as an adult, I've grown to appreciate the comfort they provide and the elegance they radiate, gently hugging the neck. As always, if you are interested in the outfit of the day codes, all of them are listed in the description, so feel free to take a look. So how do you like the dance of Chimes Lightchase, and which set did you get locked into? Are you more of a fan of the Greek goddess or the circus bunny aesthetic? Please let me know in the comments how your pulls went and of course if you enjoyed the video. Last week, I filmed the prismatic fantasy pulls before the banner disappeared, and I can't wait to share with you my thoughts and stylings. So for now, thank you so much for spending this time with me, and we'll meet again really soon. Bye bye!